Hey, what's up everyone? It's Stargirl.thepracticalwitch and welcome back to my channel. I am here with an April 2020 pick a crystal, pick a card prediction where I'm going to use tarot to channel messages about what you need to hear right now for your April 2020. I know I normally do astrological predictions, but because of everything going on, I just kind of wanted to do something different, just due to the circumstances, and just channel messages instead. Now I'm going to give you an up close view of the cards, and I do need you to pick one of the 5 groups with your intuition and not your eyes, because I find that warrants the best results. So the first group you have is the Organite Pyramid with the amethyst on top. The second group we have is the raw cut amethyst. The third group is the Star Organite with the swirl. The fourth group is the amethyst crystal point, and the fifth group is the amethyst pendant with the rune markings. And once again, try to pick with your intuition as opposed to your eyes, because I do find that warrants the best, most accurate results. Now, I do want to take this time to say, and feel free to pause the video if you need to really pick which one is calling to you, but I do want to take the time to say I hope everyone is safe right now due to everything going on. I hope that you guys aren't too stressed out or anxious about it. I know everything will be okay, and I'm praying for all of you, and whatever it is you're going through, I really hope this pick a card helps you get your mind off of it or leaves you feeling a little lighter than when you came. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this pick a card prediction. Let's see what you need to hear for your April 2020. Alright, group number 1, for those of you who picked the purple triangle with the amethyst on top, let's see what is coming to you April 2020, or what messages you need to hear. So once again, group number 1 is the amethyst organite triangle. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say, and we're gonna go over love, money, blessings, whatever else you need to hear. So group number 1, 12th house, escape. That's the first card that we have. So I do believe in April 2020, a lot of you are going to spend, obviously, time. It's quarantine, so really this goes for most people. But for you specifically, group number 1, I feel like this time is actually going to be a highly spiritual time for you, because it's not just about like being a hermit and being alone. The 12th house is about spiritual epiphanies and also spirituality. So group number 1, I'm kind of having the feeling that this time in quarantine, or this time for you, is actually going to be something that's really healing and actually a spiritual experience. And before you're like, what are you talking about? I'm going to go ahead and explain this further. So one thing we have is glamour. Okay, so group number 1, I'm really sensing that a lot of you recently, and also transformation. Wow. I'm sensing a lot of you, group number 1, recently you have went through this huge transformation as a person, where you're starting to, like, first of all, what the message I was getting, group number 1, is I really feel like a lot of you are really starting to shine in an authentic way. Like, your inner and outer beauty is coming out more than ever before, because during this time that you're spending alone, you're really figuring out who it is you really are, and you're getting comfortable with yourself and being alone, and you're really having a lot of time to yourself to figure yourself out. And because of that, like you can see with this card, how it's just the beauty and the light is just shining and glowing out of her. I kind of feel like that's you, group number 1. I feel like you're going through a glow up and you don't even realize it. For some of you, it could be as literal as you've been bored and you change your outer appearance, but I don't believe it's something that basic or that simple. I feel like what's happening if you did change your appearance, or what's happening to you, is that authenticity and that beauty inside of you that you are transforming into is really starting to show on the outside. A lot of you might have been manifesting beauty, or just manifesting to be more authentic, or a lot of you have just been doing a lot of self-reflection and self-work, and because you've been doing that, your energy has literally been transforming, and you look different. And people are like, oh, you can't look pretty because you just think thoughts, or oh, whatever you look like is how you do. That's not true. You your appearance will be a reflection of how you're feeling on the inside. No, not everyone is born a supermodel, but you can be the supermodel version of yourself just by doing the work, by transforming yourself, by setting the intention or becoming more authentic. And I see that for you, group number 1. You really have started to become more authentic, and your growth is showing on the outside, and it's actually transforming the way that you look, group number 1. And I think that's something you should be aware of. For some of you, it could have been, diet and exercise and changing your appearance, but those are just physical side products of what's actually been going on, which is you've been transforming on a soul level, and it's starting to show energetically on your physical body because you look great. And that's what I'm seeing. I do see it with the release the old and rest, that this is a time for healing for you, group number 1, where I do feel as though a lot of you are releasing something in your life. One thing that I was specifically getting is we have clearing negativity in the 12th house. This is all about subconscious things. And group number 1, I think you're really figuring out, with this time in quarantine and alone, subconscious things that were really just bothering you. You're figuring it out. You're healing yourself on a mental level as well. Now, another thing that I'm seeing too is I do feel as though a lot of you, with the map maker of destiny, authentic purpose, and clearing negativity, release the old, and also we have employment change. I feel as though group number 1, recently you might have lost a job due to everything going on, or if not that, group number 1, you might have felt really called to change your employment. I'm seeing that spirit is doing something right now behind the scenes to actually change your career into a direction that is more true to yourself, as I can see with stay true to yourself. I feel like a lot of you who were working a career, even if you're already doing your destiny, but for a lot of you, group number 1, you were doing a career or job or school, something that was not letting you be true to yourself. It wasn't allowing you to look the way you want to look. It wasn't allowing you to express yourself authentically, or it wasn't really in alignment with what it is you truly wanted, group number 1. And I'm sensing that during this time, during this crazy time that we're in, the universe is actually, kind of making it so this is the opportunity for you to leave behind that old job, leave behind that old thing you were studying, and kind of take a break from that, so you can really find your true calling, your true destiny, what it is you really are supposed to be doing during the day. So I do see that starting to shift into one that's in your destiny, because right now we're in the age of Aquarius, which means with Saturn going into Aquarius, with all these crazy things happening in the world, yes, it's scary, but this pushes us onto our destiny and onto our path. And I feel group number 1, even though it's a crazy mess right now, you might have lost your job, gotten time off school, you might be delayed. This delay is to push you to your destiny, as I can see, your destiny as a light worker during the age of Aquarius, because I have light and love, group number 1. So guess what? This is an obvious sign to me. You are a light worker. You were born and put on this planet to usher in the age of Aquarius, to do your destiny. And a lot of you were not on that path. So the universe made it. So it made this pause, this inconvenience in your life to put you on your destiny as a light worker during these times of great change. We need you more than ever with the virus, with huge financial and government changes we are about to see. We are ushering in the new age, and we need your light and love. And that is why you have been put delays or that urge to change what it is you do during the day into something else. Let's see what else I'm seeing about you guys. So I do see for a lot of you, group number 1, with the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, and also being watched over. We have, I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. I do feel as though, okay, I got these new astrology cards that have the constellations on them, and I really love them. I got them hiking in California, I think. But anyway, The Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands, watched over. I truly feel as though a lot of you are being watched over, and I like to put spirit guides in these things because spirituality is all the things we can't see. Spirit guides aren't just like woo-woo things. They do exist on a different dimensional plane outside of our 3D reality. And I truly feel, group number one, you have some sort of family member watching over you as your spirit guide. I strongly felt that. I do feel as though a lot of you know this because we have the 12th house, so I do sense that a lot of you already have a lot of intuitive or psychic ability, but I do sense that one of your spirit guides is definitely a family member watching over you. Now, for some of you, group number one, I do feel as though a lot of you could be separated from your family, or a lot of you could be worried about your family that is elsewhere. And group number one, spirit wants you to know they're being watched after and they are going to be okay. I strongly felt that, and I'm not just saying that to comfort you. For those of you who are far away from your family, worried about your family somewhere else, it's going to be okay, because guess what? I have a favorable outcome and they are being watched over. I can't say that for all the groups, but if you picked group number one, I promise you they are going to be okay because they are being watched over. And we also have divine intervention, which means your loved ones, because if you look at this card, they're surrounded by angels, doctors, nurses, okay? And the angels is one of their nurses. They are okay and they are going to be okay. So if you are worried about a family member or a loved one, I promise you they are going to be okay. And that same goes for you if you are sick. I want you to know if you are sick, you will be healed from that and you will no longer be suffering that. Now, I do see with divine intervention, I do feel as though a lot of you, one of the reasons you might be on quarantine or your life might be locked down right now is I truly feel it's because you are meant to release some bad habits. So for some of you who overeat, your favorite restaurants, you might not be able to eat at your favorite restaurants. That's because divine intervention to help you break old habits. For some of you, it could be, oh, you can't get the drugs you normally get because of the quarantine, and this is divine intervention. For some of you, it's just like I'm sort of seeing you're being kept from all of those like toxic things that were so easily accessible. That's what I see for you, group number one. And also I'm seeing that it was divine intervention to get you on path as the light worker you are. But I'm also seeing one of the other things I'm seeing for you, group number one, is you're really starting to know your worth. You're really starting to see how much you are worth. And also you're starting to like become so confident in yourself, and that's another amazing thing I see. But one further thing I do want to say is love from your parents, group number one. I've been studying astrology, I've been looking at the karma, and I truly feel as though a lot of you are being called to heal the karma with your family and your parents, and I think that you guys are starting to do that. No matter how narcissistic, no matter how awful, I feel with love from your parents, you're going to see a lot of your karma lift during this time, specifically astrologically, if you forgive your parents and get closer to your parents and family, even though it might be hard, because it says no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. Your parents might not be as as developed as you as a soul. That's okay. Accept them and love them, because they're loving you as able as their reality is letting them be able. Their reality could be lower than yours. They could not be as grown as you on a soul level. That's okay. The point of growth is to realize that, and of course keep your distance, but realize that that is their reality and that is their soul growth in this life, and to try to heal from that anyway, because in turn you'd be healing yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out of this blessings jar, group number one, to see what blessings you can expect in April 2020. So we have unapologetically authentic. Yes, and that's why you're going through that glow up, guys. It's because you're being unapologetically authentic. We also have new toy. So for some of you, you could have gotten something to kill the boredom. New toy. What does that mean? Why did I write this? Hold on, let's get another one. Okay, we have successful, 9 of Pentacles energy. So a lot of you guys, I do think that you're heading towards employment success or school success due to this, actually. For some of you, your business could have been profiting from this, actually. But for others, it's you're going to be led into your destiny. And then we also have someone wants to wife and husband you up. So group number 1, it's actually interesting because I was picking this up earlier. Because you are growing so much inwardly and it's showing on your outward appearance, I actually got with the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Someone has been really thinking about you, like on a romantic level, because your beauty, your authenticity, who you're growing into has really started to shine. Obviously that's not for everyone, but I feel like for most of you it is. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out who this person could be or what the situation is. But I do feel like you have a distant admirer who's been seeing your transformation. So we have the Queen of Cups. So I do feel as though it could be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I do feel like it's someone you blocked with the 7 of Wands, group number 1, or it's someone that you're kind of blocked off from knowing. I see with the Queen of Swords, this is probably someone you cut off, or maybe they blocked and cut you off, group number 1. I'm really not sure, but it's definitely someone you blocked off and cut off. With the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like that's because this person can be a joker. They don't really know what they want, or maybe you didn't know what they want. What you want. And we also have the 3 of Pentacles. So for some of you, it could be someone you know from work or at school. Let's see exactly what they want to say to you. So they have the Ace of Wands. They think you are really attractive. They've been thinking about you in a sexual manner. And let's see, and they've had, with the 10 of Wands, I almost feel like they've had other wands, if you know what I mean, but none of them quite compare. Let's see if we can get some zodiac signs besides Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For some of you, they could be a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or like I said, you could have met them at work or at school. And the 3rd house, they've been spying on your social media, or they're likely going to send a message to you over social media or text, or they've been liking your social media post recently. So yeah, definitely expect some sort of message. Yeah, so that's all I have for you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic April, and I'll see you later. Bye. All right, group number 2. For those of you who picked the raw cut amethyst, this is group number 2. Once again, the amethyst that was raw cut. Okay, this is group number 2's April 2020 message. So let's go ahead and look at the tarot first, and then I'm going to go ahead and go over love, career, your blessings, all of that stuff. So the first card we have, group number 1, is Neptune, which talks about psychic ability, dreams, having it be very hard to focus, self-seclusion, obviously, because of the quarantine. And also just in general, group number 1, I'm just getting a very ethereal vibe from you. We also have the illusions, which is funny because Neptune also talks about illusions. So group number 1, I do feel as though a lot of you, you have, so one thing I'm seeing, group number 1, whoa, is, sorry, all right, let me focus. It's Mercury's in Pisces, so if I seem scattered, that's probably because I am, but what I'm seeing is you actually have a channeled message from your future self, because what I'm seeing is Neptune, Maya, and illusions kind of represents who you are right now, which I feel like is someone who has a lot of spiritual connection, psychic knowledge, but for some reason I'm also picking up that a lot of you might feel like you're very naive or unknowledgeable, or be very insecure about your wisdom or how much you know. But group number 2, I want to tell you that you are very in tune spiritually. I'm actually picking up earth angel kind of vibes. And I'm picking up someone who is highly intuitive and psychic, just really spacey, hard to focus, maybe doubts their own talents and intelligence and abilities because other people might underestimate you, or you underestimate yourself because you feel like you don't know as much as the next, or because the world has not really validated your intelligence, because you are kind of spacey and mystical and creative and maybe not all there. But your future self has come through, as I see with the energy and wise one, which I do feel is your future self is coming to send you a message. Now, this might sound very far-fetched, but if we think about it, time does not exist. Time is only a construct of our reality, right? So I really do feel like your higher self in the future has come forth, group number 2, to send you a message. First of all, they want to let you know how in tune you are psychically. I have Neptune, I have illusions, and I also have energy. You are very in tune psychically, group number 2. You are the people who probably have a lot of 8th house or 12th house placements. A lot of you get intuitive feelings, hunches. A lot of you feel energy, and you might feel as though you're crazy. You might also be someone who other people perceive to be naive or kind of underestimate because you're so spacey, because you're in that spiritual realm a lot of the time without you even knowing it. It's hard for you to focus or be present in current reality. But group number 2, your higher self is coming through, and they want to tell you, first of all, your creative expression and your imagination will someday bring you recognition. That is the message I got for you, group number 2. That is what your higher self wants you to know. So if you doubt yourself right now, because I'm sensing a little bit of insecurity with the jacks that I have here, the Jack of Swords, the Jack of Pentacles, which represents being a student at something or being someone who's a little insecure about their talents, or insecure about, what they're good at or their abilities. Group number 2, your future self wants to tell you not to be insecure about that, because one day for your creative expression with your imagination or something you invent, it doesn't have to just be creative expression. You can invent something. You can create something that one day is going to give you recognition. And the only reason you were able to create that thing is because you were able to tap in and channel that creativity in the depths of your spacey mind that is so in touch with the other realms and your imagination and spirituality. So right now, you might think, oh, my head's up in the clouds, I'll never amount to anything, or I can't seem to, I just feel insecure. Your future self is saying, don't, because one day you are going to get recognition, and you created that thing you got recognition for, because you're so different and you think different and you're able to get in tune. I see group number 1. So first of all, I do feel as though a lot of you are earth angels. I was really picking that up for you guys. I feel that a lot of you, if not earth angels, I feel like you're younger souls. And I don't mean this in a condescending way. I feel like most of you, if you had existences outside of this place, it was because you were from a different dimension. So I do feel like you're a younger soul. What I see, group number 2, is I do feel as though a lot of you do have a lot of anxiety right now. And I do see that with the Jack of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I do see that you have a lot of anxiety, or a lot of you might feel very restless, or you don't know what to do during this time. But group number 2, I heard the strong message that right now, with the Jack of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, this is time for you to perfect your craft. This is the time for you to perfect your creativity, or to explore and practice and learn your interest, because that interest, like I said, when you master that, it's likely going to lead to recognition. So I feel like this time in seclusion, this time you have by yourself, get your mind off of the anxiety by practicing your interest, by practicing whatever it is you want to create, because this is the perfect time for that. And that's one positive reason this thing came forth, is so that you can practice your craft, because during the age of Aquarius, which is what we're going into, this is when your craft can really change the world and make a difference with your creation. One thing I am seeing, guys, is I do feel as though with Wish Upon a Star, make a wish and expect the very best. I do feel as though a lot of you have been manifesting. And we also have prayer works. Okay, so this also talks about manifesting, wishing upon a star. It is safe for you to receive. So I definitely feel a lot of you have been wishing for something recently. Group number 2, you have been wishing and wanting with all of your soul this one thing. And let's get into what that is. So for a lot of you with relationships and marriage, I feel as though a lot of you have been trying to manifest your person, your one. You've been wishing and wanting your perfect person, your soulmate, or somebody in general, like in regards to the love area. Now, if that's not the case, just wait for your message, because this is a general reading. But I strongly believe it has something to do romantically, or if not that, there's a strong romantic message in there for you, which I'm going to get to shortly. But group number 2, I do feel with the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding, wish upon a star, it's safe for you to receive prayer works. Group number 2, in April 2020, I do feel as though some sort of manifestation, some sort of answered prayer is going to come to you, and we're going to figure out what that is, because I strongly felt that for you, number 2. So we're going to draw out of the blessings jar to see what manifestation, what prayer answer is on the way. The love thing we're going to get to in just a second, but let's see. We have happy times and good cheer is here. So a lot of you have been manifesting good mental health and to be happy, or to and resolution to your stress that is coming. Let's see what else. It could be one or all of them, because keep in mind this is a general reading. Let's see what else we have. We also have fit, healthy body, great body image. So that's another manifestation I see coming. And we have successful manifestation of a desired result, which is kind of funny because we want to know what that desired result is, right? But at least we are getting that. So, okay, recognition for a job well done. Some of you have been wanting recognition or to be noticed for something. Some of you might have big dreams of getting recognized and noticed for something that you create that changes the world or people's lives. And I see with your future self coming true, that wish is going to be granted, group number 2. But for some of you, I'm sensing like marriage, relationship. There's some sort of relationship message that is there for you, group number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and channel that with the romance angels and also the tarot. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life, why that marriage and relationship came in. I do feel as though group number 2, you are one of the people who likely has some sort of twin flame relationship, or relationship that will take part in your destiny or be a part of your destiny. That's going to be very huge for you. But I want to see what the message is for group number 2 in regards to their love life. So with the 9 of Pentacles, I do feel as though a lot of you right now are single, or you're separated, or you're by yourself currently, or maybe some of you don't even want love as we speak. Those are 2 things that I'm seeing, group number 2. But I think Spirit has an interesting turn of events for you, because we did have marriage and relationship twice in regards to this reading. So we have the Hierophant, and we also have the 6 of Cups. So group number 2, I think it's very likely a lot of you have already, you already know this person who's meant to be a spiritual partnership, who is meant to be your partner during the age of Aquarius, during your spiritual and creative mission. I feel as though a lot of you have already met this person, dated this person, or at least you know of this person. But if not that, I'm sensing a huge past life connection with this person, and you could probably see it in the synastry of your charts. If any planets touch their your south node, or your planets touch their south node in synastry, huge indication of past life. And I see that with lapis lazuli and third eye. I feel as though a lot of you have dreamed of this person before you two met. I feel as though a lot of you have a psychic connection with this person. I feel there's definite past life love for you, someone you have shared a past life with, or someone you've known in the other dimensions. Now with the here, okay, let's see what else that we have in regards to who this person could be. Okay, so with the 8 of Wands, group number 2, this person is coming in soon. They are messaging you soon, or if you're wondering when this is going to happen, it's going to happen soon, because we have the Wand energy, which is almost as fast as the Sword energy in tarot. So I do sense that it is going to happen very soon. I sense that you're going to feel them before they come. You can feel their energy, and I feel like this meeting is going to change your life. That's how I truly feel, and I feel both of you have a spiritual mission together with your creative expression. I feel like both of you might work together with your creative expression, or they could be a huge part of your destiny and purpose. With the Chariot, they are coming. We just keep getting the same hints about that, and I do feel as though you know, if you don't know this person, like I said, past life, they could live far away and they could travel to you. But with the Lovers and the Chariot, I'm just sensing duality. Okay, so definitely twin flame. And you might be thinking, oh, it's never gonna come. I don't know if you know, with You Deserve Love at the bottom, it is group number 2. And I think this is a huge part of your mission, is some sort of spiritual partnership. It could be a friendship, but honestly, I'm picking up more spiritual love relationship that has to do with your destiny, finances, and career. You will work with this person. They will help you with your creativity. You guys are going to partner up to make your destiny happen. And I feel like with let go of control issues, you might not be open to a relationship, or you might feel like, oh, well, it's not happening now. It's never going to happen. Yes, it is group number 2. That's a huge part of your path, and I want you to know that. And I feel like recognition, you two are going to get recognition for some sort of art that you do during these times. And I know that was a lot to channel, but that's how I truly feel for you, group number 2. And I really hoped you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Group number 3, for those of you who picked the star organite, which is once again the star-shaped symbol with the swirl, this is group number 3. This is your April 2020 message during these challenging times. What do you need to hear right now during the beginning of the age of Aquarius, which I am going to do a video on later on? So the first thing we have is fire element and desire. So group number 3, one thing you're going to see in April 2020, I see, what I'm feeling is that I feel as though a lot of you have lost passion the last few months, or a lot of you didn't even know what you wanted. A lot of you felt passionless, or maybe a lot of you, your passion was giving you pain because you didn't seem to have any breakthroughs, or you couldn't find the thing you were passionate about, or there was just a lack of passion or a block in passion. But group number 3, I see in April 2020, that's going to be lifted. You are going to find something that you are really passionate about. You are going to find what it is you want. This time, this challenging time in quarantine or whatever, whether it's job loss, whether it's time in quarantine or by yourself, it's really going to awaken what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. As soon as this world problem, you know, subsides, now it's like this gave you an opportunity to realize what it is you truly desire, when before you weren't quite sure, or you had a lack of passion in your life because it might have been monotonous, or maybe it was just like there was no breakthroughs. Group number 3, you're going to receive that. I see you guys are going to get a boost in confidence. I don't know whether it's probably because of Mercury going into Aries in April 2020, and also the Sun going into Taurus. But group number 3, you are really going to have an increase in confidence that you didn't have before. The confidence to go after your passions, know what you want, and make your life be more in alignment with your passions. That's what I really see for you. And we also have compassion. So not only that, group number 3, I see you being more compassionate with yourself, and I see you being more forgiving of yourself, and you have so much more confidence that now you have the confidence to pursue your passions, and now you have the confidence to act on your passions. So this is really going to change a lot of things for you, group number 3. Even though there's a lot going on in the world, it's going to be very positive for you in that aspect. And I truly feel that way. I feel like you guys are going to awaken your inner child, because maybe before things were getting too serious, as I can see from the 7 of Pentacles and also the 3 of Swords, you were always in your head, you were stressed, you were worried, you were focused on monotonous things or everyday things, or focused on the realities of life. But this thing has happened to group number 3, and this has awoken your ability and gave you the opportunity to explore your passions and find what it is you really want. And it's almost like this apocalyptic situation has really let you see what it is you're passionate about. For a lot of you, keep in mind this is a general reading. With singing and dancing, I do feel as though, so we have something in life called your dharma and also your artha, which is it's like it's Vedic astrology teachings, but pretty much your dharma is what you need to do in this life in order to be happy, and your artha in life in Vedic astrology is how you make money. So group number 3, I truly believe your dharma or your artha has something to do with singing or dancing. I strongly feel that, whether it's poetry or writing, anything to do with like poetic wording such as writing or poetry or singing or doing a musical instrument or dance, I feel like that's a part of your dharma in this life, which you must do in order to be happy and in alignment with your soul. And I feel like this is going to give you the opportunity to develop that natural talent and to explore that side in your life. For some of you, this is a general reading, so for some of you, you can make money doing this, or for some of you, you can make money doing your passion. But for others of you, it is your dharma in life to sing or dance or do an instrument or do some sort of poetic writing. And I truly feel that. And this opportunity is going to give you a chance to really develop that. And you're going to feel inspired and have the time to do that. And for others of you, I'm also hearing that I truly feel as though a lot of you, for some of you, I sense some of you could be going through some heartbreak. And this isn't going to be all for all of you, but I do see that with the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. I feel like a romantic love connection or love has not been working out too great for some of you. And I truly feel a lot of you, you're going to find empowerment through music, through singing, through expressing, or some of you are just going through heartbreak in general. I feel as though a lot of you are going to find empowerment by expressing that heartbreak through your art or finding songs that really match that, is what I'm seeing. I do see with career change, like I said, and blocks lifted. So another message I got for you, group number 3, is I feel like recently, with everything going on in the world, some things were removed from your life. Things that were blocking you from being on your destiny, whether it's a job ended, school ended, whether it was you had to distance yourself or whatever with the quarantine. There were some blocks lifted from you. That's one of the positive things during this difficult time that's allowing you to change the direction in your life more towards your destiny or dharma, which I believe has something to do with creative expression. And I feel with spring, see your seeds grow. I truly feel this is the beginning of success for you. And I felt that as well when I saw the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like spring is the time when you are going to work and build and structure your life. And then during the summer and the fall, you're going to see the harvest of everything you're doing now. Okay, so this is the beginning of something great for you. With the 6 of Wands, this tells me something that will be successful. This is the beginning. This is when you're planting your seeds and things were lifted, so you were able to do that. So I'm also getting the message to group number 3. I got the strong message. So first of all, let me say this. I do have perfect timing. Things, like I said, blocks lifted, perfect timing. Everything happens for a reason. This is divine timing, and I want you to know that. Okay, so it says, now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are ripe for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting a positive outcome. Successful outcome. Now is the time to act on your inspirations, which you will find, because you're finally going to have that quiet retreat to do it. And we also have fresh air. So what I was going to say, guys, is we have the answered prayers, definitely yes, and signs. So I think a lot of you guys have had the urge to do something, or a lot of you have felt like there's a lot of signs calling you towards something. If you've been looking for an answer, if you've been wondering, should I or shouldn't I, as long as it's responsible, please guys, okay? Keep that in mind. I'm hearing it's a definite yes. Those feelings, those urges that you've had, the prayers that you've been praying, Spirit is saying definitely yes. You get your answered prayers. Or if you've had a hunch or felt called to do something or go somewhere or whatever, Spirit is saying yes. Notice the signs. That's an answered prayer. We're showing you signs that that is the right path, so don't doubt it. So if you've been wondering about something, if you've been praying, if you've been looking for a sign, your sign is yes. okay? And we got that really strong. For a lot of you, I do feel as though, and it's especially with Altar Princess, I feel a lot of you have been manifesting or praying. The answer is yes. You've been called to do that because it's a part of your path. For a lot of you, group number 3, we have a lot of Cancer, the Crab, Aquarius, the Water Bearer. We have the Pisces card, the Southern Fish, and we also have the Dolphin. I feel like group number 3, a lot of you have been called to move to the ocean or want to move to some sort of very beachy or ocean-like place. And I truly feel, no matter if you've been getting signs for it or what, group number 3, I truly feel you're going to find your passion, creativity by moving to that beach or by moving by that body of water. I feel group number 3, a lot of you are connected to water and you need to live by the water. And I feel that's why you feel called to the water. I feel like you guys are part mermaid or something, but living by the ocean or a body of water would be very good for you. So this could also mean you guys could be a water sign, sun, moon, or rising. I'm specifically getting Pisces. You could have planets in Pisces, or you could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or Sagittarius, Aries, because we did have that fire, or a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But let's go back onto the love. Okay, so for some of you, I do see a lot of you went through some sort of heartbreak. I think you guys are finally learned to love yourself after that betrayal or whatever heartbreak you went through. I do feel as though with the blocks lifted and religious factors, this was divine intervention. Certain people were removed from your life because they were blocking your path, and for you to focus on your passions, that's what I truly feel. And I feel with release your ex and new love, for a lot of you, group number 3, you might be looking back like, were they the one who got away? No. For a lot of you, it's a new love coming in that I do feel like is for you, but it's very much happening in divine timing. And I feel like group number 3, for those of you who are looking for love or worried about love, right now it's been blocked so you can focus on your passions. I truly feel that way. And let's see what else I'm seeing with the Empress. Guys, okay, you're going into a time when you're really getting in touch with your divine feminine energy, your creativity. With the Ace of Wands, I see your attractiveness is being raised. A lot of people are going to be attracted to you, group number 3. I feel like you guys are just practicing your receptive energy where you don't feel like you have to try so hard for people's attention. You're making people try for you. You've raised your standards, and because of that, you're attracting better people. With the King of Wands, like I said, I do feel as though a lot of people are going to offer you things or be attracted to you, but you're waiting for someone of value, and I do believe that person is coming, and I do believe this is going to be someone who's going to help you build your future and your destiny, and it's going to be someone with the Wheel of Fortune that happens very much in divine timing, which if you want to know your exact timing of when that's going to happen, definitely check out my astrology video, marriage timing and astrology. I explain when you can meet your soulmate and how you can see it through astrology, and I feel like it very much has something to do with that. Your Jupiter return or your 7th house ruler, something passes over it like Jupiter or Saturn. So that's what I truly feel for you, group number 3. So that's awesome. I hope, you know what? Let's see if we can draw to the blessing star, because I love the blessing star. Let's see what blessings are coming your way, group number 3. So we have strengthening of friendship relationships. So a lot of you, you're going to strengthen your relationships with your friendships over text or just having the opportunity to really talk to them. It could be one or all of them. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. But we also have the sticking to a routine and motivation. So you guys are going to be able to stick to a routine and feel motivated doing whatever it is you want to do. And we also have leveling up at work or professionally, whether it's a career change or getting your inspiration back, or this time just give you time to recharge to get your inspiration back. And let's just do one more, because why not? I mean, and we also have owning your power and self-worth, group number 3, and successful manifestation of a desired result. So good things, guys, despite everything happening. And that's what I want you to know. Thank you so much for, oh, and also you picked a star, so you are a star. That's all I have for you, group number 3. I hope you have a great one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. All right, group number 4. For those of you who chose the amethyst crystal point, the amethyst crystal point, This is group number 4's April 2020 channeled message during these times. So once again, the crystal amethyst point. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what tarot has to say about your April 2020, what you need to hear right now. So the first card that we have, group number 4, is the 7th house of partnerships. The 7th house relates to relationships, dating, friendships, business partners. So Spirit has a message for you about that, group number 4. One thing I'm seeing though is we have the Independence card, which talks, or the Lilith card, which talks about independence. And if you guys don't know what Lilith is or who Lilith is that asteroid that we look at in astrology, and she is the scorned woman. She is the bad girl that God kicked out of the Garden of Eden because she had too much edge, because she refused to listen to a man. She's like a succubus, a seductress. Okay, so we have Lilith and independence, and I really feel like that's representing your energy, group number 4. And next to the 7th house of partnerships, independent Lilith, 7th house partnerships, I feel like group number 4, this is something you really struggle with, and Spirit wants to bring that to your attention. One thing I do want to tell you though is I do see with natural beauty and authenticity with the Lilith card, and also with the truth card, is I do feel as though a lot of you don't BS. I think a lot of you are very authentic. A lot of you, I'm feeling, group number 4, might be misunderstood by other people. You might be that scorned woman. You might feel like Lilith, where people mistake your sexuality, or people mistake your intentions, or your honesty, or your forthrightness, or your difference, because I do sense, group number 4, a lot of you are different, maybe a little rebellious, very honest, very truthful, very edgy, very misunderstood by everyone around you, and you feel misunderstood by everyone around you, group number 4. And that's because you are authentic. You don't believe in wearing a BS mask. Either people like you or they don't. And I do feel as though a lot of you, what makes you beautiful with natural beauty and authenticity, or handsome, is that you don't wear a mask. You are very authentic. You are very truthful. You don't care if it makes you look like a bitch. You don't care. You remain true to yourself. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about you. But what I'm sensing is a lot of you with cooperation instead of competition, and also with the partnerships, I do sense that a lot of you, and we also have authenticity, guys, so I really do feel like a lot of you recently have learned to be authentic, unapologetically yourself, because you have a natural beauty. Some of you, you could be very rebellious, and I sense that's like what makes you attractive, is your rebellion, your authenticity, your truthfulness, your intelligence. But partnerships are an issue for you because we have cooperation instead of competition. I'm also sensing a lot of you have powerful big D energy. I'm just saying, very successful people. If you're older, I do sense that you have the ability to be successful, or you are successful. But with cooperation instead of competition, I do sense a lot of you have issues working with others. I'm sensing a lot of you might notice you don't have a lot of friends, or your friends kind of go away after a while, or you have issues in romantic relationships. There's just like, Spirit wants to point out that your independence and your strength makes it hard for people to approach you and get close to you because they get intimidated. And not to downplay your truth, but also you have such like a Queen of Swords energy. You have this hardness, you have this wall, and you kind of just assume the worst about people. Maybe you're competitive, maybe you push people away with your toughness. But there's one thing about being authentic and truthful, and also about being loving and open. And I think group number 4, this is what's really going to be a highlighted thing for you in April 2020. This is going to give you the opportunity to open up your heart. So one thing I'm seeing for you, group number 4, in April 2020, I do sense with open your heart to love, a lot of you are going to become a lot more sensitive. And I do feel like with energy healing and love heals fear, I do sense, group number 4, a lot of you, you might be going through some stress. You might be feeling alienated. You might, I just sense that you're going to be called to really open up your heart and share and be vulnerable and personal with people through text or with the people around you. I do sense a lot of you are going to be pushed and forced by the universe during this time to open up and soften up a little bit. I truly feel that. And for those of you who are anxious and struggling during this time, I truly feel like there might be someone coming in who's a good friend to you, who has an ear to you, who could really help you. But you need to be open to that and learn to relax and be soft and receptive, because sometimes you do push people away with your energy. And I think that's why people, believe it or not, group number 4, a lot of people are drawn to you. They want to be your friend. They admire you, group number 4. They love your energy, your truth, your natural beauty and authenticity that's rarely found. But it's almost like they get scared to approach you because sometimes you use that sort of truth as a way to hurt, or you're so not vulnerable, you're hard to approach and stay close to because they feel attacked in a way. And I feel like Spirit's really putting that to your attention. I do see with the Lady of Lightning paradigm shift, I do feel like you're someone, you come in with a bang. Your energy is powerful. People either love you or hate you. You're like the lightning. And I feel like you tell it how it is, the truth. And I feel like group number 4, that has something to do with your life purpose. It's telling it how it is. Being truthful and authentic with people instead of being fake and sugar-coated and filtered. And how influencers are like, this is my perfect life. I feel like you're meant to be like, this is my truth. And you stand powerful in that truth. And you tell the truth about the world, the government, and what you know. And I feel like that is your destiny. But once again, I feel like with the age of Aquarius coming in, with Saturn going into Aquarius, this is about learning to work with others, being a part of a group later on, of course, when the virus subsides. But I feel like that's what you're being called to work on. And I do, definitely with relationship too. And you know what? I originally thought it has something to do with romantic relationships, and it could. So I'm going to channel that for you if you're wondering about it for April. But right now, I feel like it has something to do with getting closer relationships, real relationships, where it's not fake and you wearing a mask, where you are really able to open up and be vulnerable with other people. I do sense that, I do sense with so this is what this card says for you, group number 4. It says, have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works, or universe, whatever you believe, works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. So a lot of you, I want you to know you are on the right path. You might not feel confident, but that's okay. Just keep doing what you are doing, group number 4. I do believe you are on the right path with keep your eyes on the targeted intention. You guys have a goal, a dream, or you're doing something right now, and this might have been inconvenient, whatever's happening right now, but I feel like it was supposed to pause to help you get closer on an authentic level with your friends or family, whoever you're with right now, and that's why it's happening. But I do want to tell you, group number 4, unlike the other groups, you are on the right path. You are on the path to your destiny. This is just a side trail to get you to open up with others and, be more soft pretty much. But you are on the right path to your destiny. You know what it is at least. So I want you to know that, okay? I also feel with fairies and animal guardian, I do sense, group number 4, a lot of you might have maybe an animal. One thing I hear is if you can't go out in a mall or anything, go outside in nature. And I think a lot of you guys will be doing that, where you're not around other people. You might be hiking or just going somewhere secluded out in nature, and I feel like that'd be healing for you. But for others of you, I do feel as though I heard that message, group number 4. I like animals better than humans. Me too, I get that. And that's one person or someone you might be bonding with more during this time. I also sense with the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands, you definitely feel like you are stuck you don't like it, you're a go-getter, you feel stuck right now where you don't want to be, but appreciate this moment because success is coming to you. You are on the right path. But the reason why this pause happened once again is for you to connect with people on an emotional, vulnerable level and learn how to do that, because in the future, cooperation and partnerships are going to be a part of your purpose, and that's one of your weak spots. No offense. I do sense with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands, a lot of you, when you're hurt, you fight, or when you like to push people away because you're hurting. Group number 4, I see that about you. And for some of you, you could have recently went through some sort of heartbreak or something. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life. Obviously, this is a general reading, so not for all of you, but some of you might have clicked on this curious about what's going on in your love life. So we have, it is safe for you to love and be vulnerable. What did I tell you guys? The cards, I'm telling you, like, cards don't lie. Astrology doesn't lie. It's safe for you to love and be vulnerable. You might be pushing someone away right now that you really like because you're scared of being vulnerable. You're scared of being hurt, whether it's a friend or romantic interest. And I'm hearing it's safe for you to love. We also have past life relationship. So whether it's a best friend you're pushing away, whether it's a family member you're pushing away, whether it's people in general you're pushing away, a love interest you're pushing away because you're scared of getting hurt, I'm seeing it's safe for you to love. This is someone you've known in a past life, and deep down you know it. Stop trying to push these people away, because I sense group number 4, your heart chakra is very, very, very blocked. You don't want to let anyone in, but I feel like as soon as you let down that wall with let your friends help you, I feel like this is more for friendships. You're going to realize you're so much happier. FaceTime them, call them, open up about like being vulnerable. Say, I'm going through a tough time. Life's not great right now. I need you. People will be honored you came to them for help, and they will understand you better. So I just feel like you have like some sort of past life friendship or romance in your life, and I do feel you should open up to them. We also have passion, so for some of you guys, let's see what else. Stay optimistic about your love life, but I do feel like this is more like friend relationships in general. Okay, group number 4, I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching my Lilith characters over here, these bad girls, bad boys. I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 5, for those of you who picked the amethyst pendant with the rune markings on top, this is your April 2020 message. Once again, if you picked the amethyst pendant with the rune markings, let's go ahead and see what your April 2020 message is and what Spirit wants to tell you about this challenging time, why it's happening to you, what's going to happen, everything like that. So the first thing I have, group number 5, is we do have, sorry, I gotta make sure, you know, my bobby pins tracks aren't showing, but we have change. Okay, so this talks about lunar eclipse. A change is coming, and I feel like this is actually an ending, because lunar eclipses talk about an ending to things. So group number 5, I do feel like you're going through some sort of ending in your life. Let's see what that is, but this also talks about cycles. We have the courage card as well, group number 5. So first of all, what I want to tell you, group number 5, I don't know if anyone's ever told you this or if you've ever heard this, but I really feel as though a lot of you have this natural strength about you, and a lot of people look to you for strength. And I see that. You know why? Because I also have the card. Where is that card? I have the card with the Shield Maiden, which is very interesting, group number 5. If you picked the Viking, the rune stone pendant, you know, this reminds me of Vikings. It reminds me of the warriors, the Nordic warriors. Some of you could be really interested in Vikings, or some of you could have had a past life as a Viking, or feel really drawn to like Nordic warriors or like Skyrim, or, you know, any sort of Viking show. But I feel like group number 5, a lot of you have this inner strength about you. You have a quiet strength and inner strength, and people come to you for courage and strength, whether you realize it or not. Group number 5, it's a part of the energy that you let off. You have a quiet strength about you, and that's what is addictive and alluring about your energy. I know that sounds weird, but Why I feel this way is I also have like Ishtar. When I look at this makes me feel of radiating strength. She's not being showy. She's not overly smiling. She's not trying to look sexy. The face is just like, this is my face. I'm not posing. This is how it is. You have this quiet strength and courage about you, and people are really drawn to that. You're not showy. You're not trying to prove anything. You just have it. And that's something like, and it's almost like a lion who knows its pack leader. You're just sitting there with a lot of pride, and you're sitting there with courage. You don't have to show off and express that. You have like a stoicness about you, group number 5, and I want you to know that. However, with detox your friendships, I do feel like a lot of you in the past have been surrounded by very toxic people, toxic coworkers, toxic people who kind of, first of all, I think they could be energy vampires is what I'm seeing. I just sort of felt that way. Or you're just surrounded by people who put you down, or surrounded by people who block your energy flow because they're always so negative. They're always like talking crap. They're always like saying negative things about you or life, and they just bring your energy down, and they're drawn to your strength because you give them that strength which they don't have, whether it's coworkers, friendships, whoever. I do feel that way. And I feel like group number 5, this was the opportunity for you during this quarantine or during this time to detox your friends, detox the people in your life who were sucking your bright energy, who were using you for strength like a crutch, to detox people who are always talking bad and putting your vibes down whether you knew it or not. You had some sort of unhealthy people around you, and this was the time for you to release those people. And I feel like in April, this is going to be the time when you have the courage to release those people and stand up for yourself. I feel like group number 5 also, I get the message of you're really going to stand up for yourself in April. You're going to have the strength to assert your boundaries with people in April. And whether it's a job trying to get you to work during this time, whether it's people pushing you around, I feel like group number 5, you're really going to let out that strength, be that warrior, and also stand up for yourself. But I feel like in general, group number 5, a lot of you bring a lot of healing and courage and strength to people who are not doing so well as you during this time, and it's because of your natural inner strength and energy, and I truly feel that way. I feel with the lunar eclipse card, which talks about the cycles, the moon and the cycles, and this also talks about like the cosmos, creativity and vastness. I feel as though a lot of you, group number 5, have a natural gift of astrology or interest in astrology you should pursue. But not only that, I'm sensing there's like a huge change coming to you right now. And I think that change is 1, you asserting your boundaries, and 2, a change in your friendships. I see group number 5, you're going to be manifesting friends who are on your level and bring you up as opposed to drag you down. And I feel like this is going to really help detox people, coworkers in your life that were bringing you down. And instead, you're going to manifest ones that are more on your level. I truly feel that way. And I'm also feeling as well, group number 5, oh yeah, cancel, clear, and delete. You're removing right now a lot of negative influences in your life, and they were being forced out of your life, protected from your life. And I also feel as though you are heavily protected by Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael shows up as signs of swords when you need to detox or get rid of something. We have the sword, we have 2 swords. I really feel like you're being protected by Archangel Michael, so you might hear you might see 9/11 on the clock a lot. You might see the name Michael a lot. You might see swords a lot. You might also hear ambulances. That's a sign that he's around. I just feel like you're very connected to him. We have detox time again. Guys, we have detox your friendship, detox, cancel, clear, delete. We have 3 cards that show detoxing, releasing, letting go of, the ending. I really feel like group number 5, whatever your situation is, it happened because it was giving you the opportunity to release whatever people, situations, or things that were not beneficial to you. And this has given you the time to detox those unhealthy things, especially for you, group number 5, kind of like group number 1, whether it was like an unhealthy habit that you can't do anymore because of the quarantine, or a job that was draining you, or people that you were draining you. Group number 5, this was the opportunity for you to stand up for yourself in April and delete the things that were sucking your energy dry, because I do sense that you are a target for energy vampires, or you were energetically being drawn upon. Now, I do see with curiosity, this time is also going to give you the chance to explore your interests and hobbies. Group number 5, I feel like you have some sort of creative interest or astrology interest or some interest that you have. And I feel like in April 2020, during this time, you are going to be learning about what you are passionate about. So we have the square challenge card. So during these challenging times, it's going to allow, even though it's challenging right now, it's going to semi-sextile, allow time for you to learn and pursue with the 9th house your passions or your interests or your hobbies or your creativity. So during this time, I do sense a lot of you are going to be catching up on either recreational reading or writing. So I sense a lot of you could have your nose stuck in a book or get lost in fantasy or start like pursuing your curiosities, creativity, or talents, or learning what you're passionate about. And this is what this time is going to give you, a time to learn, read, or write something that you're passionate about. And that's what I see. And I also feel as though it's also going to pique your interest in astrology and religion and spirituality as well. With the self-respect card, group number 5, a lot of you are starting to have self-respect for yourself, enough to stand up for yourself. And I think with Mercury going into Aries, with the Aries energy coming up, the sun being in Aries, group number 5, I see that this is going to give you the confidence to have self-respect and let go of people who were disrespecting you. With the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles, or people who were taking more than they were giving. I do see that. And I see as well that a lot of you are just not about the drama anymore. People bring drama, craziness with the Jack of Wands and the 4 of Cups. You're not about it anymore. You're evolving past your old friendships, old people, old situations. You're not about that lower energy stuff anymore, because you are evolving. Now, I do see group number 5, you do have the natural gift of counseling. And the angels want to tell you, for those of you who have been counseling other people and using your words to heal, those things are noticed and you are reaping good karmic reward for that, as I see with the 6 of Pentacles. I see with the 5 of Swords, you have a gift for helping people who are going through stress or anxiety. With the 6 of Pentacles, I see that you are going to get good karmic reward for that, and it's going to come back to you. And also, if anyone has been bringing you down, if anyone has been bullying you, group number 5, they're going to get their karma and you are going to get yours. But I do see you have a natural gift for counseling others with words, with creative writing, reading, anything like that, or even talking about religion. I see like astrology, creative writing, speaking, counseling is all a part of your natural gifts, and you will be exploring that. And I do see with leave a stressful situation behind and stress reduction, this is a time for you to release all that stress and drama in your life. So even though it's stressful, this is what's going to come good out of it, is you are going to be releasing a lot of stress out of your life. And I do see with grace, I am filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's other creations. I want you to know that you are beautiful. It's not just inner beauty. Your inner beauty shines out, though, in your physical appearance, and you are beautiful. I feel like group number 5, a lot of you don't consider yourself beautiful or as like standouty or eye-catching or attention-grabbing as other people. You're always like the sidekick or the supportive role. You are not. I want you to know that you have an elegant, subdued energy and beauty where you don't have to try to get anyone's attention, and that's what makes you different and stand out and beautiful in today's world where everyone's like me attention. And I want you to know that even though it might not seem like it, you are not the sidekick. You are Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And also with your nose in the book, I just sense a lot of you guys are going to be reading a lot, studying a lot, or you just have some sort of writing, counseling ability that you need to pursue. But let's see what blessings are coming your way out of the blessings jar. Okay, group number 5, improved mental health, because you're a lot less stressed during this time. I do see less stress because you're able to take it easy and you're separated from the drama. And I see successful completion of a project. What did I say, guys? A successful completion is coming your way with the lunar eclipse. Something's going to end, and it's going to be a good ending, not a traumatic ending, like a good ending for you. A successful completion of something. And also great aesthetic, clothes, makeup, and hair. All right, guys, you're going to be shining because you're not going to have those lower vibed people in your way. And I feel like you're detoxing your diet as well, or you're detoxing like unhealthy things, and because of that you're going through a glow up. For some of you, I heard teachers as well. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. Love you so much, and I'll see you later.